before Jason ever sailed for the Golden Fleece, before the Argonauts became a Greek legend, another hero had already lived that story thousands of years earlier. His name was Gilgamesh, the Sumerian king whose epic is the oldest surviving heroic narrative on Earth. Yet buried inside this ancient text lies something far stranger than a myth. A mathematical pattern, a celestial code, and a parallel structure that shows up again in Greek mythology 2,000 years later. Gilgamesh travels with exactly 50 companions. Jason sails with exactly 50 Argonauts. Both quests involve a divine ship, supernatural guidance, and a mysterious object tied to cosmic power. Coincidence? Or is this the earliest prototype of the Argonaut myth inherited from Sumer? Who was Gilgamesh? 150 words. Gilgamesh was not just a mythical king. He was the central figure of the world's first epic, written in Sumer nearly 4,000 years ago. His story predates Greek mythology, predates the Bible, and predates most known literature. Yet what makes Gilgamesh extraordinary is not only his heroism, but the patterns encoded inside his adventures. He is described as 2/3 divine, 1/3 human, a ruler with supernatural strength and visionary insight. His quest is not political. It is cosmic. He seeks forbidden knowledge, divine encounters, and the secret of immortality. But buried deeper in the text lies something far more unusual, a structural element that mirrors Greek myths long before Greece existed. Gilgamesh never travels alone. He moves with exactly 50 companions. This number is not random. It is symbolic, recurring, and astronomically loaded. The 50 companions pattern the first Argonauts. Every version of the early Gilgamesh stories emphasizes the same detail. The hero gathers 50 young men to accompany him on his journey. The text frames them as single males, sons of a city, or heroes by his side. Their individual identities don't matter, only their number. Why 50? Because in ancient Near Eastern symbolism, 50 represents a celestial unit, a divine cycle, a group of heavenly forces. These companions are not merely soldiers. They are the earthly reflection of the Anunnakis, 50 great gods, the divine council seated in the heavens. And here's where the mystery deepens. Thousands of years later, in Greece, we find the Argonauts, also exactly 50 in number, sailing with Jason on a cosmic quest. Their ship, the Argo, becomes a constellation. Their mission revolves around a golden, radiant object connected to divine power, just like Gilgamesh's quests. This is not cultural coincidence. It is transmission. Sumer to Babylon to Egypt to Greece. The Proto-Argonaut blueprint began with Gilgamesh. The dragon teeth motif, a shared mythic code. In the Sumerian fragments, Gilgamesh is described with a bizarre line. The hero, his teeth are the teeth of a dragon. Later in the same story, he places his teeth against the ground to summon strength, power, and warriors. This strange symbolism only makes sense when compared with its Greek descendant. Jason sows dragon's teeth into the ground, and warriors rise from the earth. Cadmus repeats the same act. The motif is identical. How does a Sumerian hero generate power? By invoking earthborn warriors through the symbolic dragon teeth. How does Jason generate warriors? By literally sowing dragon teeth into the soil. Both myths encode the idea of life or power, emerging from the earth, connected to the gods of the underworld, fertility, and cosmic cycles. This is not random storytelling. It is symbolic astronomy. The teeth represent meteor fragments, stone weapons, or celestial seeds falling to earth. Ancient cultures used the dragon teeth image to describe star material coming down, or strength drawn from the heavens. The parallels are too precise. Greek myth is wearing Sumerian clothing. The divine boat connection, Magan-Boat Argo. In the Sumerian story, Gilgamesh's companions gather trees, most likely oars, and prepare a sacred vessel called the Magan-Boat. Here is the hidden code. Small blue diamond Magan is the Sumerian name for Egypt. Small blue diamond, the Magan-Boat, is therefore an Egypt-connected divine ship. Now compare this with Greece. Small blue diamond, the Argo, is constructed with a sacred timber from Dodona. Small blue diamond, it is guided supernaturally. Small blue diamond, it becomes a celestial ship in the sky, the Argonauts constellation. Both boats. Heavy checkmark linked to divine realms. Heavy checkmark guided by gods. Heavy checkmark carrying 50 heroes. Heavy checkmark connected to cosmic navigation. The Sumerian Magan-Boat narrative is the oldest known template for the Greek Argo myth. This makes Gilgamesh not just a hero, but the Proto-Argonaut. Why these parallels matter? When multiple civilizations repeat the same number, 50, the same quest structure, the same symbolic object, dragon teeth, the same divine ship, across 2000 plus years, it signals transmission, not coincidence. It means the Greeks did not invent the Argonaut myth. They inherited a far older cosmic story, rooted in Sumerian astronomy and divine symbolism. The sacred 50 companions were not people. They were a constellation group, a stellar pattern moving across the sky. Gilgamesh's journey was the first version of the Argonautic cycle, written when the Greeks did not yet exist. Final interpretation. Gilgamesh's epic hides a layered message. Heavy checkmark, the hero equals earthly reflection. Heavy checkmark, the 50 companions equals celestial forces. Heavy checkmark, the dragon teeth equals star material / cosmic seeds. Heavy checkmark, the Magan-Boat equals divine ship skyboat constellation. When Greece later retold the story as Jason and the Argonauts, they preserved the structure but changed the names. Gilgamesh is the prototype. Jason is the inheritance. This means one thing: ancient cosmic knowledge traveled across civilizations, encoded inside myths. Utro hooked. In the next episode, we push deeper. The Magan-Boat and Egypt, how Sumerian cosmology secretly crossed into Egyptian religion, and later shaped the Greek world. Prepare for linguistic links, astronomical symbolism, and the hidden identity of the bow star, the celestial goddess standing beside Sirius.